Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and how can you fit yourself through a postcard? Find out. Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and this month is all about leadership skills, teamwork skills, and problem solving as well, because that's all bonding experience. Problem solving for you. See if you can get us to 7,500 subscribers. Go on. If you haven't already, subscribe. It's free, you're helping me out, it means a lot. Otherwise, you want to know, how do you fit yourself through a postcard? So, with anything that you order from my website, I actually give you a really cool postcard, and this is the current one at the moment. But I did this amazing thing with Tim Kidd, who used to be the UK Chief Commissioner, and he showed me how to actually fit myself and a group of people through a postcard. So here's how we got on. My co-hosts for 69 months now have all taught me a scouting skill. And you've obviously done you probably know that many different skills from that many different walks of life and Zoom calls that you've been on and like sort of anything like that. So what are you going to teach me and everyone else?
So this is a very, very, very old skill. I first came across it as a scout leader as a challenge to scouts in a patrol, and they were given a postcard and told to get their whole patrol through the postcard, and that was what they're told to do. Now, some of you may have done this before. Now, I went shopping for postcards,
and
I've got to say, now, what really impresses me about these is I was really impressed because just to make sure you don't misunderstand what they are, they've got written on them postcard.
Yeah.
Just in case you.
Mine don't have that. Mine just.
You see, that could be anything. That could be a hedgehog. Right, you just no idea, but this one is clear. It's a postcard, right? So
do you tell the scouts, or do you just like sort of give them it and hope for the best that they can figure it out together?
You give it to them and hope for the best and see what happens. It's usually carnage.
Do you give them anything else then? Do you
yes.
do you just? Oh right, okay. So what do you usually? So you give them some scissors. I have some scissors. 1 second.
Do you know, some people, the professionalism of some of these things, isn't it? Goodness knows. Excellent, right? I said nothing whilst you were. Here's what you do. So you take the postcard like this and you fold it lengthways in half. The secret of this is, I've got to hold this up, is that you have to cut it, and you're going to be cutting it down and then up and down and then up and then down and then up. And you have to start from the right place. So from the folded edge, so cutting from the folded edge, you take a thin strip and you cut it up to the open edge, but you don't go all the way. You stop just, that's not far enough. You stop just at the edge. So you see that? So I've cut it up like that.
Yeah, okay.
And then, so it's still held on, right? Otherwise it just falls off, which doesn't really help.
Yeah, so I've done the same there.
Yeah, that's it. And then you turn it round, and you now chop the next slice from the open end to nearly the folded end.
Right. Oh, so a similar thing. So how close together do they have to be? Oh, right, okay.
The closer they are, the bigger circle you end up with when you open it up.
Right. Okay.
The further apart they are, the easier to do.
Right, okay.
So you keep doing that. Now you've taken your eye off the ball, so I've here's one I made earlier.
Wow, I did not see that one coming.
So you just cut that, and you have to make sure that each end that your cut has the loop that's together there.
Has to start with you cutting on the folded end then, yeah?
Yes, yeah. Okay. So this one's now got a folded end at the top there, and all the way here to a folded end at the top here, right?
Right, okay.
So that's, there we go. Right. Now, you've now got to open it up. So in order to open this up, you're going to cut it on the fold, but not on the first two. Otherwise, it'll fall to bits.
Oh, okay.
So you just go along, cutting. You can open it up if you want to. It's a bit quicker, probably.
Because I've never done this. I've heard of it, but I've never actually done it myself.
So what you're going to do is cut along. So let me just show that. If you opened up the card again, let me just see if we can open it up, because it just takes a little bit of doing. So there we go. We're opening up each of the sides so that all the way down it's open. So you see that you opened it up there. This top one we don't cut, but then we cut the middle of the other ones, making sure they stay. It's right in the middle, so the edges are still held together.
Right.
So you go all the way down, doing that, and you can see already it's beginning to open up into a circle.
Okay.
A splodge, I think, might be a better description, mightn't it?
I'm at your point, so I don't cut the first one and I don't cut the last one, but it's the.
But you cut the middles, but making sure the two sides stay together. You don't want to chop it too much. You've got it right in the middle, so the edges are held together still. This is a very useful activity, of course. You can think of lots of uses for this, can't you?
Exactly. Yeah, but I think there's been so many times, especially me as a cub leader, where I've told my cubs to do this, but I haven't showed them how. And it's more intriguing to actually see how they come together and actually go, oh, well, you do this, or can you do that, or, and they're actually discussing it. Whereas as a leader, you're automatically wanting to tell them exactly how to. And it's like, no, actually, they can work it out together and try things out. Yeah. You'll need quite a few postcards so they can try things out. And then, because I've cut all the way through the middle, you then just open it up and it turns like a big necklace. Wow. And then you can
walk through it.
I cannot wait to try this out. I'm nearly there. Oop.
So there we go. It's a very simple, once you know how. It's quite good at testing your coordination, patience. And so it just becomes a bigger and bigger. There you go. So
wow. So can you do this with, if you don't have postcards, for example, can you do it with anything else?
Well, it's just postcardy sort of size, really. So a piece of A4 cut in half to A5, and then use those, that will do. You'll just get a bigger, this A5 is bigger than this, but so you can just use a bit of card.
Here we go. Now, I'm excited about this, because if this doesn't work, it's not my fault. I'm blaming you.
You always blame the person who's showing you. That's the way it works.
Oh, I think. Oh, have I got these? Some of these are like sort of sticking together.
Yeah. Just ends up.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh wow! Oh, I am impressed with this.
But I mean, trying to think of a practical application for it is a little more difficult, has to be said.
It's more about, I think it's not a practical application, it's more about actually what they do communication-wise, in...
Yep. So you could do it in a number of ways. You could show people how to do it and then say, right, can you do this carefully enough to have a go?
I can feel it. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go, you see. There you go. Or you could just say to them, here's some scissors, here's some postcards, get your patrol through the postcard and see what happens. One of the things is that if you know it, you know it, but with a bunch of kids, if they haven't seen it before, watching them problem solve it, and then if they're not sure and they've tried a few things, then you can just say, well, here's a starting point, what else do you think you're going to do, and off they go. But even then, once they all have a go, it will be quite good in terms of testing their sort of manipulation skills, manual dexterity, and all those sorts of things. So there you go. So there is a
Christmas decorations.
Useless skill.
It's a useless skill. I think this is a great skill, and I think it's fantastic. So I do like it. Thank you. That's nice.
Excellent. Well, there you go.
Yeah. And also, this is it. Trimmings, Christmas decorations.
Yes. Yeah. The whole thing. Whole 9 yards.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. If you enjoyed that, then don't forget to obviously give this video a thumbs up and a share, and cheekily subscribe, just for me. Anyways, I'll see you again soon for another one of these. Bye.